If you're looking to upgrade the stock components in your audio system, or if you just want to upgrade to a set of component speakers, the Kicker KSS premium line of component speakers is the obvious choice for you. These speakers look great, they sound incredible, and they're going to fit. These speakers come in a variety of sizes, from a 6.5 and 6 3/4 inch round speaker with metal grills to a 6 by 8 inch, and also two versions of the 6 by 9 inch also with metal speaker grills. Let's look in closer at what makes these speakers so popular. All of the KSS component speakers are designed to last and to sound incredible. They start off with a polypropylene mid-range cone that's going to be both weather resistant and extremely strong for that really accurate mid-range. Rubber surrounds to control that cone movement against high excursion failures. They also use a very low profile motor structure, so they're going to fit in any application. They also feature a 12 dB Proctiv crossover with built-in tweeter attenuation and tweeter protection to guard against tweeter failures. The tweeters are a 1-inch silk dome tweeter that's both low in profile and low in diameter to fit in those stock locations without any issues whatsoever. The passive crossover that's included with the KSS components is very important. The input wires feature a solid gray for positive and a gray with black stripe for negative. It takes the signal coming in from the radio or the amplifier and it divides it up. It sends the high frequencies to the tweeter output and the lower frequencies to the mid-range output. That ensures that the low frequencies don't damage the tweeter, and it's going to ensure that you get the proper sound out of your KSS component system. The mid-range and tweeter wires are connected with separate styles of connectors to ensure you do not connect the mid-range to the tweeter and the tweeter to the mid-range. It makes connections very simple. If you want to adjust the level of the tweeter, you've got 3 different settings. With the attenuator switch in the left position, the tweeter's at its lowest possible setting. Slide it to the right 1 click, you're going to gain 3 dB more output. Slide it to the right all the way, and you're going to get a maximum of boost in that tweeter output for clean, clear, crystal clear high frequencies throughout that vehicle. All the KSS components that feature that 1-inch silk dome tweeter give you several different options to mount that tweeter. You have a flush mount trim ring, an angle mount trim ring, a shallow mount tweeter cup, and a deeper mount tweeter cup. You also get this fully articulating tweeter pod if you want to mount the speaker on a door panel, on the A-pillar, or on top of the dash if you don't have a spot for the tweeter. The last option is to coaxially mount the speaker within the center of the mid-range because it's going to be more time correct for sound quality and you won't have to cut an extra hole for the tweeter or find a mounting spot for it. We're going to show you how to coaxially mount the tweeter. Now if you look, there's a lot of pieces involved with this, but it's really not that complicated when you understand what each one of them do. So all the pieces you're going to need to coaxially mount the tweeter is the tweeter socket, your outer tweeter post, your inner tweeter post, your locking washer, your locking screw, and the tool that will lock the tweeter into the cup. That's all that's required. Let's show you how it works. We're going to start off with the tweeter mounting cup. We'll take the locking washer and insert it into the base of the tweeter cup, noticing that there's a notch in the locking washer that's going to line with a slot in the bottom of the tweeter cup. Next, we'll take the screw, drop it through the center of the locking washer. Next, we'll take the tweeter cup with the locking washer and screw and attach the inner tweeter post to the assembly. We want to make sure we leave this post a little bit loose so we can angle the tweeter once it's installed on the speaker. Next thing we're going to do is take the tweeter and feed the tweeter wire through the notch in the locking washer. We're not going to mount the tweeter into the cup just yet. We're going to leave it loose so we can tighten it up to fix the angle once it's installed within the mid-range. The next thing we'll do is we'll take the outer tweeter post and we'll feed the tweeter wires through the center of the post. This will then snap onto the inner tweeter post. Now the tweeter is ready to put into the mid-range. To mount the tweeter in the center of the mid-range, we first unscrew the phase plug. Set it aside. Next, we'll grab the tweeter assembly, feed the tweeter wires through the back plate of the mid-range, and screw it into place. As you can see, the wire is run through the locking nut, down through the inner and outer posts, and out the back of the mid-range, but the tweeter cup is still loose, so we can position and angle that tweeter. So let's go ahead and angle the tweeter. Now we'll take our screwdriver, tighten up the locking screw, and then we can finish putting the tweeter into the cup. To lock the tweeter into the tweeter cup, we'll take this included tool, we'll clip it onto the front of the tweeter with light pressure, pushing in on the tweeter and turning and locking it into place. Now, if you notice, we've got a pretty good angle on that tweeter, and we can rotate it once it's mounted to aim this speaker exactly where we want it. The advantage of being able to rotate the tweeter and direct it anywhere you want is to give you a much more natural sounding soundstage. Included with the 6.5 inch and 6 3/4 inch components, you get this multi-application vehicle adapter. This will allow it to fit in a variety of stock locations. You merely match up the tabs to your stock speaker, break off the unused tabs, and bolt it back into the stock position just as the original speaker was bolted in. This makes installations very simple. If you have the 6 3/4 inch size, you want to make sure you break off these 6 little tabs on the inside of the adapter to ensure that 6 3/4 inch driver will seat properly within the adapter. Then you're ready to mount it into the stock location. The KSS 690s feature the 6x9 inch woofer, the 2-way crossover, and the 1-inch silk dome tweeter, and also this multi-use adapter ring. The KSS 269 replaces the crossover and the 1-inch silk dome tweeter with the 2 3/4 inch KSC 270 high frequency mid-range. It also has all 3 adapters available for Ford, Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, and General Motors, and the bass blocker to lock the low frequencies out of the speaker so it doesn't get damaged under high power. To connect the bass blocking cap to the 2 3/4 inch driver to ensure it doesn't get damaged from high power, you merely wire that bass blocker capacitor in series with the positive lead of the 2 3/4 inch driver, and then wire the 2 3/4 inch and the 6x9 in parallel for the proper wiring connection. When you're ready to upgrade to a set of premium components, the KSS series of components from Kicker is a great choice. Visit your local authorized Kicker retailer either online or in person and try a set of these today. We know you're going to love them.